What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Hey, I miss y'all. I've been taking a so-called break, which was actually some extra work, but it was just some different work. It was fun work though. So I am catching up on a few client designs and preparing for a class tomorrow. It's not done yet, but I'm working on it. We're going to do the tie, pocket square, and cufflink combination. So I'm working on making that a mock-up file as well as a design file. So it's taking a little extra energy. Y'all know how I do, but just letting you know I am working on that for you all. And if you prefer to do something else this Sunday, because I totally forgot it was Mother's Day, and I don't want to do a huge project. If you all want me to wait and do that one next weekend because you feel like you don't want to miss that because you need to enjoy your Mother's Day off, let me know and I'll do an alternate project this weekend, and then we'll save the necktie, pocket square, and cufflinks project for the following weekend. So just let me know in the chat here what y'all want to do. Let me know if you can hear me too, because I'm set up on a little bit different setup right now. All right, awesome. I know there's a little delay, so I appreciate y'all working with me. All right, well, let's get this show on the road. We're doing a graduation design today, and let me just roll on over to my project here. Looks like we have 4 photos we're going to incorporate, and then of course the school color design. So I'm going to use this 125 template that comes from the Academy, and we'll go ahead and work off of that one. So let's use remove BG to see how quick we can get these backgrounds removed and if we have to do any extra work. All right, remove.bg, and then I'm going to drag and drop my files right from my folder. As y'all can see, I'm only working off of one screen today, so if you see everything that pops up, it's because, and I have my travel second and third screen, I just didn't want to pull it out. I was being lazy. All right, so that's 1, beautiful, 2. And of course, we're not going to have the top of the head there, but we can work something out with the way that we lay out, okay? Let's see. Photo number 3. And this is technically photo 4. It's supposed to be the template upload, but I'm going to go ahead and use that one. All right, beautiful. And let's go ahead and download, and you'll notice that with Remove BG, it'll have the preview version that you can get for free, and then the high definition version, which is the highest definition that photo is. So the better your image quality, the better it will allow you to download. So let's go ahead and download that. All right, so that'll be 1, and I'm just going to call this one, I think I said I was going to call it photo 4. Photo 4. Download this one. Photo 3. And while I'm doing this, just as a just to get some understanding for tonight or for tomorrow's class, how many of you all want to do a class that are in the Academy, want to do a class for the Academy, or you rather do a promo, so that, you know, usually if I miss a class, I'll give y'all some type of promo to use for the website. Let me know what you prefer for Mother's Day, because I didn't even think about that, and I'm really sorry. I thought Mother's Day was like next Sunday, and I am definitely tripping it off my calendar. I apologize. But I'll do, if we do a gift, then I'll do a special gift for Mother's Day if y'all don't want to do class tomorrow, because I don't want you all to miss anything important. But whatever y'all want to do, y'all know I'll work with you. Y'all want to have class still? Sometimes y'all tell me I want to, what was it the last holiday? Y'all want to do class anyway? Let me know what you want to do. Okay, so this is the final one. There we go. All right, so we have all 4 photos now. And we're going to focus on just bringing them in, but we need to bring them into the right location. For this particular design, it only requires 2 images, but I'm going to show you how you can make it, 4 images if you wanted to. This is supposed to be pretty simple. Wherever the photos are here, they will propagate onto these different areas, so you pretty much only have to design once. Let me go ahead and turn on my smart colors. So I can change those up, and that way it'll get the whole design changed up. So first I'm going to go ahead and bring in what I want my main photo to be. And I'm just going to do one main photo. The other images, I'll do one photo here so that it does do on the stole. And then I'll bring in the other 2 photos just as images, not as smart objects. So let's go ahead and choose photo number 1. We'll double click on it. We'll turn off the original. Well, let's leave the original photo on just for placement purposes. And then let's see. I think the suit image is a great image to use as our main image here. So I'm going to click, drag it on over to our artboard. I'm going to rotate it here. You see that? That way I can get it kind of looking like it's straight up and down. And then I'm going to resize it. And because this one is the main photo, I am going to kind of fade it off at the bottom here. Let me see, was there another photo? I think that's going to be our main one. So that's 4, 3, 2, and 1. I don't know. I kind of like that I can see his whole suit in this one. So I'm going to do what I normally wouldn't do. Normally my formal photo is my first photo. I think I'm going to use the hoodie photo because it still shows the class of 2021. And then I don't feel bad if I'm fading off the bottom of this image. But the suit image, he looks so classy and fly. I want to show the whole suit. So we're going to go ahead now and turn off the other images so I can see I'm cleanly fitting on here. I can hit yes to update this now. And we will see that it's going to update on all of those locations on our smart template here. So you see it updated here, here, and even on the Oliver shirt. Let me zoom out a little bit. You'll see it updated there. So I'm focusing right now on the 13 by 19 because that's what the client wants. But I'm also going to send them the, unless you're here right now, love, what is it? Let me see. Oh, it's down here. Quantavious. Quantavious, let me know if you're here in the comments, so then that way you can help me out and direct me what you might want to see with this design. Otherwise, I do have the instructions and I'm just going with the flow. All right, so same thing with the second photo here. I'm going to go ahead and change out photo number 2. And this is the one that I'm going to choose the suit image for now because I like that it is a full-length photo. So let's go ahead and working on this one screen has got me a little crazy. Hold on. So there to there. So I'm going to drag and drop it right onto my artboard. And again, I'm going to rotate it down here. When you see that bendy arrow up here, that's how you rotate the image. And of course, I can still pull on the image and it'll resize it. And I just want to make sure I get the entire outfit there. I don't cut anything off. Hit enter there to lock in my transformation. And then let's go ahead and turn off the previous image. When I close out of this and hit yes, it should update to all those locations where I use that smart object. All right, perfect. Now you see what I was talking about, where I wanted to be able to see more of his suit, and it still faded it off here, almost perfect. And I'll check the all over. Looks like we're in business there too. Now let me check to see what the details are. I don't know if we have the mascot per se because it wasn't provided, but let's see if I can find that out from the details. So I have the name. I'm going to go ahead and double click on the name and copy it because I don't like to type out names and dates just because there's always a chance for human error. So we're going to do our copy and paste thing. Now I should be able to just double click really quick here on the first name. And what do I need to be? Let me just click on it here. It didn't let me double click on it, and sometimes it does that depending on what your last feature was that you used for the toolbar. So I'm just going to double click on the T here, and that does exactly what it should have done. And I'll Control V to paste the name, and it just replaces whatever was there. All right, so our name is there. Cool, that's done. Let's go back to our instructions now. The colors are black and gold. It's class of 2021, and the mascot is a tiger. And let's see if I can find this mascot just real quick. All right. So it looks like that is the logo that they might use right there. Or at least that's what they use for Twitter. Let me see if I can find that image. A little bit better quality. That is 227. That's not a good quality. I'm looking at the size here. This one says it's 360, but it's cut off. And the thing about it is we're not going to be printing it exceptionally large because it will be more of an accent, but I do like to start off with a nice quality photo if I can help it. 227 is tiny. It's like a thumbnail image, and I'm understanding that's what this is right here, is a thumbnail. So I don't want to chance it with that. This one says 400 by 400. It's a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and save that image, and I'll save it as the logo. Alright, so let's see within our file here. We do have an area for the logo. Let's see how that looks. So we'll go to the school logo. It's a smart object. We're going to double click on it and go ahead and drag in our logo, which really needs to be cleaned up. And I can show you how we can still clean that up. Just bring it in. Looks like a screenshot of sorts. So we're going to see what it looks like. All right, and I am going to go ahead and clean this up and make it pretty much a PNG where I don't have a background here. So let's do that. I'm going to double click on this logo. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of parts I don't need by just cropping first so that I only have that white on the outside. Let's hit enter. Now I just have that white on the outside. I'm going to use my magic wand tool to select the white, but I need to only select the contiguous white. Okay, that means the white that's touching, because there's also white inside the logo and I don't want it messing with that. All right, now that I have the outside selected, I'm going to select the inverse. So now the inside meat is selected, and then I'm going to play with this selected mask and see if I can get it to clean up those pixels, because they look a little jagged around the edge, and that's just because you see how pixelated the image is. So I'm going to play with that smoothing just a little bit to get it to help me out a little, and then I might even bring in the edge. So let's see if we shift the edge inwards a little bit. I lose that little white that was there, and that's perfect for me, especially given the resolution of the image. So I'm going to say okay. I'm going to go ahead and create a layer mask for that, and boom, that gets the background out. I can right click and I can actually apply this layer mask, and now I have a PNG version of this. So if I go to file, save as, I'm going to save this as a PNG in the same folder. Now, even if I made this larger, all it's going to do is just kind of try to artificially expand these pixels. So the image size is what it is. Even if I make it a bigger image size, it's not going to do anything for this next step. So I'm going to go ahead and save it as it is. Oh, you know what? I need to... Oh, we already saved it as a PNG, so I'm good. Nope, we don't need to save that. And I can get rid of this logo. And we're going to now bring in the PNG version of it. Same process. PNG, drag and drop. There we go. I'm going to place it up higher because in our original design it kind of topped off the design there. So I'm going to turn off our original logo. Hit yes to save those changes and watch it update on the template file. All right. And just looking at where things are, I'm going to bring it back down to the center, and I'm going to do it on my master file because I do see that I want that a little bit lower here, and I think we can afford to go a little lower here too, or maybe even make it larger if we want. All right, so I am just moving it down. It'll tell you when it's exactly centered. You see those two magenta lines going, one going vertical and one horizontal. That's exactly centered, but let's see what that looks like. That's perfect there. And we'll go ahead and change out the name here. Oh, we already changed out the name. Year is right, class F is good. That's all really the work there. Oh, we can change out the name here. I'm going to change it here on the stole. Let me go back a few steps. There we go. Change the name there. And what I was doing was trying to make sure I change the name here as well. All right. So now what I need to do is change the colors because the colors are black and gold. And I can even change the color here of the blue in the suit. And I probably will end up doing that so we have like a kind of a cohesive look. So let's first go ahead and change our color to gold. And what I need to do is select the gold that I want. And I'm going to pull it right from this logo. So I'm zooming into the logo. I'm going to grab my color picker tool here. It looks like an eyedropper. Click on that gold. And then I know exactly what gold I'm using here. So I'm going to copy that hex code, say OK. And let's see, I want to change. Let's change the red to the gold. Okay, so I'm going to right click on that smart color, double click on it, and then I'm just going to right click and duplicate the existing color, double click on that swatch and change it to my gold color by pasting that hex code right here. All right, let's check it out. Let's see how it updates to the entire file now. Alright, so it looks like it's updating right now, and the gold should be appearing wherever we saw red before. There we go. Okay, so now I have the gold in there, and this is a team colors. It's pretty much a neutral color in one color, so it's almost like a one color logo. So because I know that we don't have like a third color, I will probably, let me see what it looks like to change the third color to gold and maybe the second color to white. we'll see which one looks better. So right now I'm going to change the third color to gold too. And then we'll see which one looks better if we do a white. We could also do gray, but I think I see in their logo black, white, and gold. So I'm going to stick with that. Again, I'm going to paste the hex code there for the gold. Watch it update, see how that looks. And meanwhile, I'm going to go back to my instructions here, make sure I have everything. Mascot's a tower, and I guess mascot's a tower. My mascot is a tiger, and I'll get the word Swainsboro City. All right, so that's what it looks like gold completely, and that actually looks really good. I'm gonna try my theory of the white in the middle for color 2, and y'all tell me which ones you like better, with both colors set to gold, or if you like what I'm about to do right now, which is change this one to white. So color 2 is going to be white now. And honestly, I think it's gonna change my background for the 13 by 19. So I don't know if I'm gonna like it in white, but we'll see. All right, so I do like it. The breakup in white for the stole is really cool. So in order for me to get a similar effect here, go to my grunge background, and I'm going to take my smart color 3, drag it above my background as well, and I'll right click, and I'm going to create a clipping mask. There we go. And I'm going to play with this blend mode. Color, overlay, multiply. Okay, I think I like multiply, but I want to see a little bit of the white in there, just like we saw with the middle here. So I'm going to let it fade off. So I'm going to create just a layer mask here, choose my gradient tool, and then I'm going to fade it off from the center. Oh, not from the center, up. That's the wrong type of gradient. I need to make sure that I have the basic one selected that has a checkerboard. That means it's going to go from the foreground color to transparent. And that's what I want. Okay, that's what I wanted. So make it a little softer. There we go. So now I incorporate the white and the gold, and I think that is all that we need. I have a feature here that fades it from the black to the gold. So that's my smart color 1. I can turn it off if I just want the pure gold color there. There we go, and I think I like that better. And my class of is white. If I wanted to change the class of, I could, but I think I like it with the white. Kind of gives it a crisp, clean look. All right, so I think that's it. Oh, I was going to change the photo here. I'm going to change it as the smart object though, so every time this image shows up, if I want to basically gray out this blue, because I feel like it's or I can make it gold. Let's try that. Let's do an adjustment layer. Let's do hue saturation, and then if I don't know if these are blues or cyans here, I can use this finger tool here to pick that color. And it's telling me that those are blues, and I can shift my color. You see that? I can shift it towards golds. And then if I want it to be more like a Vegas gold does not have a lot of saturation. It's kind of a dullish color. Okay, so I'm bringing down the saturation. And then the Vegas gold also is not a medium color, it's a light color. So I can play with those variations and get a little closer to what I would want for my Vegas gold. And then if it wanted to take all the color out of it, I would just pull the saturation down. And I really like it almost as the gray rather than the gold. I think I'm gonna keep it all gray. I like that. Looks like a pewter, and it goes with the piping here. So I like that. Let me go ahead and save this, see what it looks like. So I'm gonna say yes. And it's just an adjustment layer. I haven't destroyed any color in the picture. I can always go back to the original photo. Yeah, I think I like that. It looks real clean. Okay. So the other thing is, if I want to bring some gold in the background here, since I changed that to white, let me go ahead and turn on. Oh, that's for my splatter. I want my splatter to stay white. So I'm going to turn on the Smart Color after I drag it. I'm going to drag a version of the Smart Color 3 on top of my background, turn it on. And the same thing I did here, I want it to kind of fade, give it that white a chance to show, but I want the gold to show too. So I'm going to create a clipping mask here. And then I'm going to change the blend mode. I think we changed it to multiply before. There we go. And this is what it looks like, just gold straight to the black. But I think, like I said, with the other one, I want to see a little bit of that white come through. So I'm going to fade it from the gold to the white to the black. So I have my gradient tool selected here. And basically I'm going to choose where I want the gold to cut off and the white to start. So to be here, I'm holding down Shift, and then I'm just going to fade that off. So you see I get a little of that white in there. And I think I like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn off the swatches now. And now each of these can be saved as PNGs. Let me turn off the guides here as well. Just turn that one off. And now everything here can be exported as PNG. So we'll do File, Export. And we're going to do Artboard to Files. Let's go ahead and put that in the appropriate folder. Hit OK. And I'm just choosing the prefix to save this and making sure that it only exports the artboard contents. And then I'm going to take off this one that says export selected artboards, because I wanted to export all the artboards. And then for the file type, I'm choosing PNG. And we'll go ahead and run this. So transparency is on, and I'm going to run it. The only thing I need transparency for is that 13 by 19. So just in case you happen to mock it up on something that doesn't have a white background, you will be able to use it as you wish. All right, so now the magic's happening and it's running, so I'm going to leave the system alone while it's doing that. And y'all let me know, hey, what do you think about class this Sunday? I forgot Sunday was Mother's Day. I've been so caught up getting this stuff done for this week that I forgot Sunday was Mother's Day. I thought it was next Sunday. So let me know, what do you think, E? Because I know it is Mother's Day. Do you want to do class, or do you want to do basically a gift card towards the Innate Lab? And it could also double as a Mother's Day gift. So I don't want to hold class if people would rather, take that time off for themselves. I know we have a lot of moms in the academy, so I'm looking out for y'all, see what y'all want to do. Now, if y'all want to have class, we'll have class. You know it. Teresa, what you say? You say yes to having class, or yes to just doing the gift card, and then that way y'all can take your Sunday off. Because some of y'all love me so much, you rather spend time with me on your holidays, and I ain't mad at you. All right, artboard to files was successful. Amen. So let's do okay. And then we're going to check these bad babies out. So see how they're in my folder now? And this will be the 13 by 19 shirt. This will be the stole design. And what is our third one? Oh, it's still saving the preview. But that is the all over shirt design there. So I know the client also asked to have the background so that they could make sleeves. But I am going to give them this entire Photoshop file because they opted to do it live. Anytime that that you all say that I can do a session live, even if I don't have time to do it live, the fact that you volunteered your project to be explored live so that everyone has a chance to learn, I will typically give you the Photoshop file for free. Okay, so I'm going to give them this, or her, be her, the Photoshop file for free. And I'm going to go ahead and update this because here's the thing that I learned. Even though you might just be doing a stole or just be doing a t-shirt, if you use this mock-up file here, you can kind of get some cross sales, right? So I'm going to leave my little bullets and stuff on here just to show you how to use this template. So everywhere that you see that there is a smart object here for the 13 by 19, I'm going to double click it, and we are going to bring in the 13 by 19 art that we just did. Drag and drop it. Boom, right there. Hit enter and then turn off the previous layer. Close out of this, hit yes to save. Okay, Sharon, so far makes sense. So let's do this. Because I know y'all can always catch the replays, but this one is one that that actually would help out for Father's Day too. We're gonna do the tie, the cufflinks, and the pocket square, and that's gonna be our like one of our big projects that I want people in class for. And I didn't think about it. I don't want to do it on Mother's Day if you all are going to, be taking your day off. That means you'll miss the live class, and the majority of you prefer to do the live classes. So let's do a gift card for tomorrow, and I'll make it a special amount. Like I said, most of the ladies in the group are mothers, and most of the members in the group are ladies and mothers. So I'll do something very special for the gift card, and you all will be able to use it not only on templates, you'll be able to use it on ink and other items like the blanks as well. And I'll go ahead and make that available tonight for you all. So we won't do class tomorrow. I will do a special gift for you all instead. And it's going to expire at 11 p.m. on Sunday, so I know it'll be y'all's day. But make sure you use up your special gift card credit, and then we'll do the Thai class next weekend. So y'all will be with me. Okay, because I think y'all are really, really going to enjoy what this class does. And I want you to think about it. We're doing it as a tie class, with the tie and the cufflinks and all of that, but it can also translate into making scarves for the ladies, making socks for the guys, and making these sets. So for Father's Day and typically any day that's like for the guys, we usually have really, kind of mundane gifts to give them. We don't have anything real exciting, but I want to start developing these things that kind of get either the men involved or start being more considerate of the guys when it comes to their gifts. So we're going to incorporate that. So I think this class that we have upcoming is going to be really great for the guys, and just marketing more to the men. So a lot of our sublimation products kind of gear more towards the ladies, but I think we can definitely start getting more of more male clients and more male sublimators and designers. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll catch up, design, get that ready, and we'll play with that next weekend. And then the weekend after that, we have some people interested in doing cut and sews. So I don't personally like. I just got my sewing machine back. I haven't had one in years, but we're going to do a cut and sew class that basically you'll have a pattern that you can cut and sew. But I have a fellow sublimator and teacher who is going to teach you all how to sew them together if you so choose to do her class, and she will even press the images onto the fabric, send you the fabric, and then y'all will do that as a follow along class. So I'm actually going to do the follow along class because I want to learn how to sew, and do those all over cut and sew t-shirts. Okay, so it's going to be fun to see me as a student. All right, let me go ahead and finish changing out this mock-up. Although this isn't required, sometimes if I have time, I will do a little extra for you all just to show you what the difference looks like presented to your customers. And once you see how they react to it, maybe it's something you'll start incorporating. All right, so this one is the all over I'm going to replace. So I'm going to drag and drop my all over image that we just created from that easy template. And let's bring it above so I can see it. I'm going to do Control T just to make this a little bit bigger so it covers all. There we go. Then I can turn off these other layers. Hit yes to save, and it should update as my all over design now. And keep in mind those files that I was dragging in are also the printable files. Same thing with the stole here. I can right click, go to the stole, double click on one of the smart objects, and then I'm going to drag and drop my stole image in. There we go. And maybe they were expecting to just have a blank background in order to make a sleeve. I don't know if they meant like sleeve as in like they're going to press the t-shirt sleeves, or like the football sleeves that you pull up, the compression sleeves. But this would be cool for a compression sleeve. If you can imagine, a lot of these templates can be used for other things. You just have to resize them. So yeah, this would be really cool for the compression sleeve as well. All right, so I'm done with that. I'm going to say yes to save those changes. And there's the mock-up. Okay, and all I'm going to do is turn this off. If they want to update this and just type in their company's name or any particular points or anything, I'll keep that. And maybe I'll keep this on here and I'll just put your okay. Alright, so that will be a mock-up there, and I like to change the colors here to match whatever my mock-up is. So I'll go to my bullet points, go to my effects, choose a color overlay, and just change that orange to, I'll pick one of these lighter golds. There we go. And then for the title here, your business name, double click on that FX. Let's change out the gradient here. We'll do a lighter gold and maybe make it fade to the black. Boom, there we go. Alright, so now this is something that we can save as a JPEG. Alright, so now the client has a mock-up file that they can send over and maybe get some interest in some of these other items. You can always just do the single t-shirt too. If you want to do 13 by 19, just make it bigger and turn off the other layers, and boom, that is a mock-up just for the 13 by 19 t-shirt. Alright, so I just wanted to demonstrate how to use this again, and get this client session done. I think we're done. Let me double check and make sure. All right, so we're good on that one. I'm just going to check out some of y'all's comments, see if y'all have any questions or comments here. All right, Teresa, sewing is your first love. Good deal. Sewing was something I started out doing pretty young. It was by happenstance. I used to make doll clothes out of socks and staples. And then I moved on to making costumes for myself out of sheets. And my dad kept wondering where, because we used to have like all of our sheets were all white. And that was like the perfect opportunity to make things. It's all white. You can paint it. You can, make anything you want. So I used to take all the sheets and cut them up and make costumes. And eventually, my dad quit fighting me on, me tearing up the sheets and purchased a sewing machine. But little did I know that had ulterior motives, because at that point I was also designated at probably 10, maybe 11 years old to also start tailoring my father's uniforms for work. So that was fun. Tailoring his dress pants and his collared shirts. So that's how I became officially a seamstress, and then I opted to do fashion design all throughout high school voluntarily. If you've ever seen That's So Raven, that was probably, story about my life and how I dressed and how crazy I looked in high school. But it got me making stuff, and I started making stuff for people all over eBay in high school, all over the world. And eventually that just set up my entire custom apparel business throughout college and even until now. It was pretty much for lunch money, and now it's still for lunch money, right? So good stuff. So I'm getting back into sewing. I haven't sewn in such a long time. I got out of it probably maybe about 15 years ago. So I'm excited to get back into it, doing the all over sublimation. So I am excited to have y'all on the journey with me. So I'm thinking I'm going to learn some stuff from y'all now. All right, so we got this design done. I'll stick around if y'all have any questions, but I've got to get ready to get things going for a whole nother project. I just wanted to check in with y'all because I know it had been a couple of days and I miss y'all. I know y'all miss me too. And I will be back checking in on a few projects. And also those printers I wanted to review for you all. So I want to get that done this weekend so y'all can tell me what you think of the 7840 as far as using those cartridges. And then I have the Sawgrass 1000 that I want to review. So I have a lot in store for you all. I just got to take the time and record these videos for y'all, okay? All right, so I don't see any more questions, but I appreciate y'all just, sitting here with me on this beautiful day. I appreciate y'all. Love you dearly. And until next time, you know what it is. Bye.